some
All right.
push-ups?
What? What?
Oh,
What the fuck?
this man just dropped and did push-ups.
He just
Like
said,
fucking
Okay.
Dwayne
All
Rock
right.
Johnson.
Okay.
This man
All
just
right,
said,
you guys.
this man just said, want to do some push-ups and then
No.
drop to the fucking floor.
I said I gotta do
This
some push-ups.
fucking man's.
I gotta get this
Fucking
energy up.
man's. Well,
gotta
now
get
I
this
feel like
energy
I'm
up.
being
You know?
upstaged. Now
You
I
know
feel
why?
like I gotta do push-ups. Now I gotta do
You do
push-ups.
gotta do some push-ups. You do gotta do some push-ups. You know why? Because we're going to the beach. We are going to the beach on this first episode. Or, well, I guess it's the ninth episode?
He is
the
doing
first one of the
push-ups too.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I
I
was
actually
doing,
did it.
I was doing
I'm
push-ups
not
too
prepared
because
to
you
do
did fucking
push-ups.
push-ups. I did
Look
10
at-
push-ups. I feel a little winded. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I'm proud of you because we're about to go to the beach and we need to get all the
Okay.
pumps that we can get. And we're all here. We got our ears on. We're good. All right. Let's go to the beach.
Okay.
Jacob, take us there.
Welcome. Yo, I'm fucking tired after those push-ups. Okay. I was like, I've brought so much energy to every fucking episode, and I just went, welcome. Welcome to the Devilfruit podcast.
Ooh.
This is the final 4 episodes of Science Fell in Love, So I Tried to Prove It. Episodes
they did.
9 through Shut
Yo!
the fuck up. Episodes 9 through 12.
Sorry.
So-
Spoiler.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ. So, out the gate, before we begin, her name's fucking Himuro. I finally got it.
Yeah. Let me
It
quiz
only
ya.
took-
What's the guy's name?
Kaneda.
No.
Fuck.
Anita.
What is it?
It's
I just went in. It sounded like Canada, the
Oh,
country.
shoot. I
And
had
then
it
I
in my
started
head.
singing the anthem.
Did you
I'm
just...
sorry.
Wait. Joe, did you just ask me the name of him and you don't even fucking know the name?
I had it at the tip of my tongue, but then I almost said Tanjiro. I was like,
You know what?
I was like, oh,
That
no.
is... You know what? That's 1 for 2. I think that's progress. And all it took is to watch the entire show.
Is it Ukita?
So, Ooh,
No.
was it? No.
no, it's. I had
Okay.
it. I was all prepped to quiz you guys on the names, and I had it, dude.
No, we're not doing that. Let's talk
All
about
right.
the 4 episodes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we hop in. We got our beach episode, boys. We in it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hot. It's on the beach. It's sandy. There's water. Himuro comes
Everyone
out.
got wet. I got a little wet.
Bro.
Did you get wet?
He-
You did? What?
I got a little wet. Dude,
Bro.
hey, look, hear me out.
Did you pee a little?
We had a lot of weird shit happen in this episode. I wasn't prepared for an ounce of it.
But Ethan, did you pee a little?
Dude, I had a little trickle going. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I did. I had a little trickle going, and it was one of my favorite episodes of the whole thing. I'd say this episode and the very last episode were the best of the 4
Really?
for me.
Okay.
This is the one with the beach, right? This
Yes,
is
yes,
all
yes.
beach.
Yeah.
This is beach episode.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is
Himuro,
what. This was
Himuro
hot.
comes out just banging in that swimsuit. Just fucking banging.
It's a
Did you
nice
notice-
design suit.
The art on the beach was really good, like well drawn, and then
Listen.
everything else in the episode was
Ethan.
like not as
Gotta
well
put the-
drawn.
Ethan.
Listen,
Ethan,
gotta put the
this is
funding
why-
where it counts. Gotta
Yes.
put the funding where it counts.
Yeah,
Jacob's
You know what I'm
preaching.
saying?
Jacob's preaching. No, this is why
When
I
she
made
came
a
out in that
point.
bathing suit, I was like, woo! I'm
No,
fucking
yeah.
single and alone. I'm so single and alone, and I am attracted to this 2D character in front of me on my screen. Goddamn, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know?
But
So-
that's why I made a point of bringing it up on the last recording. I was like, dude, they teased the beach episode because they always do. They like make everything just look better on that episode. No matter what show you're watching, when the characters go to the beach, the animation is just better.
You know why?
They get
because
hot.
when you go to the beach, everyone gets 2.83 times hotter.
Ooh, that is what he said. That is what
You
he
know
said.
what I'm saying?
He said it's
That's why.
3 times hotter in the swimsuit. And then they went and compared him to like a sun reflector.
Bruh,
and I was like,
I loved him standing next to the 2 other guys, and one says natural natural athlete soccer club, and then he's just like a reflector. Just I feel that though. I feel that.
Oh jeez, let's not.
You know?
Oh, don't go too down on yourself. You're fine.
I'm just saying, I'm relatively tan, on the places of my body that are outside all the time. Sure. But if I take the shirt off, listen.
You a farmer?
If the hair weren't there, the glisten would be prevalent.
Oh jeez. Oh,
that's all I gotta say.
Oh no!
Sick an Italian man, get out of here! Oh my gosh!
Listen.
Oh my gosh!
I am single and alone, and that 2D girl was hot as fuck.
Okay, so, I'm gonna bring it back. What am my favorite?
I'm going down a deep dark hole.
Oh, okay. All right.
Beach episode.
One of my favorite parts is when they told us that the manga artist girl was gonna pay for half of it so everybody could be at a nicer place sort of thing.
Yeah, they were at a super swanky hotel.
Yeah, they cut to this image of her though, and she's laugh crying, but her tears are blood.
Yeah.
And she said
they did that a couple times this episode.
Oh, dude! At the end of the show, when they do it again, and there's some other things that was going on, and I was like, oh god, I straight up was kind of scared about it.
She a villain,
dude. But she's she says, don't worry, losing hope in tomorrow's financial future, and surviving on bean sprouts and flour is something I'm quite used to. They're all wait,
You know what? Huh. Hashtag relatable artist things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Hashtag just artist things. Yeah. You guys wouldn't get it.
Jeez. Oh man.
Them bean sprouts, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta live on those bean sprouts and flour, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, what kind of beach sells grilled squid as just a hot snack on the beach?
Dude, I want to go to Japan so bad. I don't know.
Bro, apparently Okinawa, apparently.
Yeah, I need to go to Japan if that's a thing.
Yeah,
that
let's get some
fantastic.
fucking squid. Let's get some goddamn squid.
Wasn't decided that was where the bachelor party was going to be? I was going
to... Oh, yeah, I would love that. But here in the U.S...
Is that... Wait. You're doing
I'm
that,
joking.
Right? I want to do that.
I want it to happen so bad.
Wait a minute.
Jacob's
We're getting off course.
Jacob's I don't need my savings. We're going. Let's go.
Bitch.
Anyway,
we've been quarantined up in this hole for so goddamn long. I've got tons of vacation time. It's time to go to Japan.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say. Okay, my favorite fucking thing from this episode was a tiny little blip of a joke, and it was just the teacher power swimming into the ocean and laughing the entire time. He's literally swimming at Mach. He's literally swimming at Mach 5, and he's just going. And I was like, bro, how are you not breathing water? Are you just powering your fucking strokes so fast that you're gliding over the fucking water? It was amazing. That was my favorite joke from the whole episode.
That was so
God.
Good.
Oh, I want to be that man.
God, what a legend.
My favorite thing from that beach episode, I take it back. One of my favorite things that also has to do with the teacher, when they're playing the Smack the Watermelon game. Dude.
This motherfucker.
Dude. He comes up, he's like, where is it? Tell me the coordinates. He's all blindfolded, pulls out this stick that's basically a samurai sword in his hands.
Turns directly to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then sends a shockwave. It cuts it in multiple places at once, and I was just
literally as if he had chopped it with a chef's knife. It slapped it apart.
Oh,
it
so
perfect cuts.
So good. And then he turns over to Lieutenant Sturgis Jr. and was just like, "Hey, if you knew coordinates, you would just know that I just had to turn to the angle, and it didn't matter how far away it was. I could just I'd be facing it. Yeah, and I was just I love
that we learned something, but I also love that what he just said didn't even make sense to what he did because he literally didn't move. Because he had so much power in his fucking arms that he was just able to send it.
We haven't talked about the hot return of the guy from MTV that none of us like.
That shit. That fucking guy. Just like the fact, I never thought he was gonna come back, and the fact that he shows up and he's sitting there, he's like, "Come on, man, you gotta get some fucking ladies," you know what I'm saying? And the guy's like, "Oh, I don't know. Oh, you're so cool," you know. He's like, "Check this shit out. Those girls over there, they're pretty cute. Let's do this." And he walks up, he's like, "Hello," and they turn around, he's like, "Go!" He just fucking
duck.
That's the science type girl from before.
And he's like just fucking like he's just like shaking from his bones.
Oh, like, but dude, and then he goes after, and then they go after the pink-haired Sudari. Shit, yeah. I don't know their names.
This scene, even though even though we didn't get like a big like moment for them, like you know, like what we were maybe thinking or whatever. This being like the last big moment between them, I really liked it. Like I really liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that he sees that the guys are like surrounding her, and he immediately starts thinking about fucking Schrodinger's, right?
Schrodinger's cat. And it's
he starts thinking about Schrodinger's, and he's sitting there. It's like there's two possibilities: either they're just talking about something like Pokemon Go or something, or they're like actually trapping her. Yeah. He's like, or they're actually trapping her. And I'm not gonna know until I observe which one it is. And then the guy goes to grab her arm, and he's just like,
he snaps. It cuts to his foot. It cuts to his foot like snapping through the sand. It's just
literally that Naruto shit. That just
yeah. And then he comes up and just smacks this guy across the face. Just full fist.
Guy fucking floors. And then immediately the girl's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? We were just talking about Pokemon Go." And he's like, "Shit!" After he had the whole speech that he did.
He's just pounding his face to the ground. He's like, "You gotta be kidding me!" There's a pause, and he's just like, "Schrodinger!" into the sand. It's so great. And then you see him, and he's like swimming off into the distance again. Dude, so good.
But I really like that moment mainly because it was funny. But then I liked that. I like that the girl. She's sitting there like laughing at him about the whole thing, but like you could tell that she really liked that he did it.
Oh
like, you could tell that she was like she really enjoyed that, and not in just like a laughing at him kind of way. Like she actually like took that to heart. That like he's still protecting her after all that time, and all that kind of shit.
I do think the writing in that portion was real good too. It was just
the soft hand on his back.
They sure did bring the pee thing back.
Yeah, that was one of my rules. Did. I did not need that, and it's gonna hurt the score just a hair.
It's gonna hurt the score at the end.
Ethan, you know what, Ethan? It's just pee, you know. It's just a pee thing.
It's just a pee thing.
Not into it.
You know what?
If you're into it, not into it.
You know what? Pee happens. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I could pee right now. I'm not going to.
Do it. Do it.
Alright, okay.
Do it, you won't.
I don't think that there's much else that happens in the beach episode.
No, that's mainly it. It's just a lot of hijinks, and then the biggest thing was that they were supposed to continue their test.
Yeah, they were gonna
and
touch.
He literally just couldn't fucking do it because she was so goddamn hot in the bathing suit, and he doesn't know how to handle it. And then it becomes like this whole conversation about like how close, like they need maximum closeness for the best effect of oxytocin production. So then they start going through that whole segment where they're like, well, if they like hug forward, but then like with low arms, then that like that's like the most body parts like touching. Well, no, but couldn't they just turn the one person around? It's the same thing. Well, what if they wrap their legs? Wait a minute, guys. And then the best fucking part happens where the fucking main guy pops in. He's like, "You're forgetting something. we're only thinking about this from twisting horizontally, but what about vertically? And then you just see this image of them like holding each other in a standing 69 position, and you're like, this is fucking gold. This is just fucking gold.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
But then they bring up about how when you're hugging a girl who's a little bit bigger chested, there's like a space between your torsos and stuff, and they're like, so it's better if they're flat chested, and they're like, well, I guess so, and then they like pause and they're like, so it'd be best between two guys, right?
Because they're the flattest of chests. Yeah. So the only way to do this properly is for y'all boys to get all up at each other's grills right now. And the manga artist is there, and she's like,
yeah, she's got
the fucking tsundere girl's there, and she's like, and that's good shit. That's good shit.
The maniacal evil hand going together.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that was the beach episode. Obviously, with a lot of beach episodes, it's not usually a huge forward in the plot, but it's fun. It looks good.
It was fun.
It's flirty. It's sexy. We're having a good time out on the beach. It's a fun time. And then, right into the next one, we start doing the presentations. I thought this episode was really fucking good too. Honestly, I thought these last 4 episodes were incredibly strong.
Yeah. This one though, I felt like it was really good for different reasons than the rest of them.
Dude, they ate that kid alive.
This one didn't really have I don't think it really had any romantic stuff at all besides the fight that happens at the end. Right. Besides that, it was all just tension building stuff. Right. And then like the duel between frickin' Professor Dude in the front with the scar. It looks like
the scarred Professor Man was just out to fucking shed blood. That motherfucker. Yeah. What I will say is that this is one of those things where the last 3 episodes are all within a very contained arc, in the sense that like one really just directly leads into the next, more so than the rest of the episodes. Like the other ones are basically all, again, like day by day more or less, but it's a little more like open and vague about the time that's been spent by each episode. This one's like day into day into day, and that's how it's going, which is a thing that you see a lot with like more casual feeling episodic series, where like usually when they get to some big season finale, there'll be like some episodes that start to clump together to make a bigger story, and it definitely starts with this episode because the fight happens at the end. I really liked all the debate shit. I thought it was really fun. It's just funny, just like I like how you see how you see how cutthroat the scientists are with the first kid, because the first kid does like do you think that his presentation even actually meant anything? Because holy fuck, like no one explains what it is because no one knew what it was, and that was like part of the problem because he couldn't even explain it. And then I don't know what the fuck it was. Like
it was
what was he talking about?
I don't know.
I think it was just to establish the guy who looked like the villain from Milan is like the bad dude.
Right.
As far as like this guy means business.
Right, but I'm just curious about like whether or not that presentation is like a
that was thing. Actually just gibberish.
I think
I'm curious.
I think it was actually just a prime example of what a lot of like science students do. They'll be assigned to do some kind of presentation or something, and I'm sorry, I'm just going into my school mode right now, but a lot of people sometimes
you know what? On the Devilfruit podcast, we have a true blue scientist in the making, we got him. He's
Thank
here,
you.
He's now.
The introduction's too kind.
Oh,
Ethan, I will jump across that screen. Anyways.
Yeah, if any of us could relate to these scientists, it was me. Let me tell you.
Right.
Let me finish. So what a lot of students do though is they'll design a whole presentation about and use big words and just try and like fluster people with the jargon, and then they actually get asked like a question directly about the topic that's just slightly outside of what their presentation would have been, and they're just like, you know what, I don't actually know what the words I'm using mean. And that happens a lot, and they just kind of threw that in the face of the audience there with that one kid's presentation.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
I do think this show did a really good job. It does a really good job of just showing like what the mind of someone who's really intellectual like operates like, where like this is not too far off of like the relationships that I saw these kinds of people that I was friends with in high school have with other people, where they're like very socially awkward. They enjoy talking about the stuff that they like know and like functions well in their brain, like math and like science equations.
You want to talk about
I had a friend, like one of my best friends in high school was this guy. And he's great. But his relationships were so bad. So bad. Miserable. So,
that was one of my favorite
I think that part's really interesting.
At the end, when they like when the main couple was starting to have their fight, and they like had the internal monologue bits where the girl was even having this thought. She was like, "Why am I doing this? Like, I don't want to do this." But then she couldn't stop
facts,
herself.
Though. We've all done that.
I really like
We've
that.
all done that. Where
really
like you feel yourself acting and you're just like, this is so dumb. This is such a bad idea. Or like this is not how I should be doing this. But you can't fucking stop yourself in the moment. That's true shit. That's that real. So I really enjoyed
real.
Yeah, dude. Listen.
That's the realist of the real.
No, I love it.
Listen, I'm here. You know what? I'm here to throw in the quips, the jokes, the goofs, all the good stuff, all the little taglines. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. So anyway, God. So I really liked how it went from watching that one kid just get fucking obliterated, and then it moves into fucking wee blondie boy. He gets up on stage with the most gusto. This man is fucking prepared. He hops up there. First slide is just like immediately like a gal game, just up on the screen, and he's like, "What up, bitches? This is what I'm doing." And everybody's like, "Whoa, what? What is this?" And he's just like, "Listen, if we could figure out this issue and blah, 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 we can perfectly mitigate through every single type of gal game to get the perfect ending for that woman you love every single time." And then immediately the scientist pops in and he's like, "I apologize if I'm not very well versed in this, but what's useful about this?" And he's like, "How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you say that this isn't useful? This is useful to me because this'll help me enjoy what I enjoy more." And he's like, "Listen, I work in engineering. We're trying to help the betterment of man. So unless you can explain something better than that, I think this is completely ridiculous." And he's like, "You think this doesn't help people? This is a new age entertainment art form." Like it just like goes fucking off on him.
And then he takes a poll and he's like, "Who else has played games? Who else has
played?" I know that people in this room has played video games. Some of you played adult games, and then like you just see the crowd and like little exclamation points pop up, and people going, "Oh fuck!" Like, and then I just love he like flies out all this shit, and then he finally gets to the end. He's just like, "You fucking baldy."
Oh yeah.
And the dude's like, just freaking out. It's so good.
Yeah.
So then we slide into the big catalyst that starts off these last 3 episodes, which is the main girl, judo girl. She's obviously, like we've been seeing in past episodes, she's been working up to this presentation. She's been doing all this research. But she's really not good in front of people. She's freaking out.
They didn't really make it clear enough for me, man. I gotta say, I was like, I didn't know why they were here until this episode, and I didn't know what she'd been doing the past episodes until this episode.
Why they were at the presentation thing?
Yeah.
We talked about it in earlier episodes.
Bruh, Ethan, if that is not point blank, evidence of you looking at your phone too much when you're watching, man. I swear.
No, look, I didn't have my phone on me at all this time. Let me tell you.
Yeah, not this time.
Hey!
Get this
it's not
man
like I'm just
another
scrolling
drink.
Twitter.
Get this man another drink.
Hey, you know what, Joe? And here's what I'll say. This time around for me, I still looked at my phone, but I paused when I looked at it.
Oh my goodness.
So I didn't miss nothing because I paused and I would look at my phone for a little bit and I get sidetracked for like 30 minutes and then I go back in.
Yeah.
So
I have no shame. No shame at all. This is on the writers and not on me.
This man is multiple margaritas in and he has no shame.
I'm drinking straight whiskey out the glass. This is Jameson. This is high quality stuff, okay?
Dude, JMO's doing good things for the community right now. Honestly, JMO's a great company, in my opinion, right now. I'm not
Irish whiskey is the best beverage for an evening podcast. If you don't have anything...
Welcome to the Devilfruit. Welcome to the Devilfruit Alcohol Podcast, where we review new alcohols.
I feel like alcohol could easily be called the devil's fruit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Joe? Maybe you need to make a mixed drink called the Devil's Fruit. Anyways, coming back around into
anime.
Guys, come on. Let's stick to the important things here.
Okay. So why they're at the presentation? Let's just fill them in.
Well, they're at the presentation because that's what they've been working up towards. They talked about it earlier. That's like part of the big science camp is that they make this huge presentation about like shit that they're doing so that they can have like an actual intellectual like scientific discussion.
Yeah, I vaguely remember this.
Yes. Anyways.
I guess I just didn't care.
This bitch. This fucking cunt. This motherfucker. Okay.
I'm here for them to kiss.
Okay. Listen. Okay, so this is the catalyst. She's freaking out about it. After seeing how fucking rough the scientists are being with the students and how like they're just breaking them fucking apart, she's freaking out. She thinks she's not going to be able to do this. And she's like going into a deep dark hole of just like, can't get out. I'm way too stressed. Blah, 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 blah. She's about to go up. And the main boy, he's like trying to talk to her. He's not getting through to her. And he's like, this is an emergency. There's only one thing I can do. And he runs up in that shit and he fucking gives her that hug. That big boy hug. I'm here for you.
It's kind of an awkward thing though, because it's like she's sitting and he's standing like crouching over, like hugging her. It's a weird position.
Joe,
do you guys picture this guy smells bad?
No, he doesn't fucking smell bad.
In my mind, this guy does not smell good.
I bet you he smells incredibly optimal.
What?
I don't know. On my college dorm, I had a guy on my floor named Kevbot. Who
I'm sorry. What's his name again? I'm sorry.
He introduced himself as Kevbot. He was a dance major who could do like the robot shit where you like pop out your limbs and do like crazy shit.
He did not go up to you and say, "Hi, my name's Kevbot."
That's what he introduced himself as.
Oh my fucking god.
And him and I became pretty tight. He came to like family dinners and stuff.
Became tight with Kevbot?
Yeah.
That's awesome!
And Kevbot was the kind of guy who went to the library and had to get books on how to talk to girls. Like, he was this kind of guy.
Okay.
Well, yeah, obviously that kind of guy's not going to smell good.
And I loved him to... That's this guy! He has to research how to talk...
Not.
Oh my
because
God.
Because he doesn't care
this
about
being This guy and Kevbot could be brothers.
Oh, man.
Listen, I've never seen Kevbot, so I can't tell if there's an actual, genuine, like, connection there. But I'm putting out the theory, yes, the scientific theory, that you're a little bitch ass.
I
love Kevbot to death.
I think
I could just use a little hygiene. That's all.
He's dancing. He's sweating. He's just trying to do what he does. You know?
I bet that
I didn't mean to call him out like that on the podcast. That's my bad, Kev.
Listen. The Devilfruit podcast loves you, Kevbot. We are a supporter of Kevbot Industries.
He's gonna rule the world.
He's gonna rule the world.
I bet that our main character probably smells like stale salt.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it's a bad smell. It's just like a very like whatever smell.
It's like a grandma smell.
Probably.
I don't know. That's
anyways, he hugs the
I never thought about
You
it.
motherfuckers took me on such a tangent. So he fucking hugs the girl. Okay,
yes.
Shit. That's all he does. He just hugs the goddamn girl. So then she's sitting there freaking out, but then she's happy that he's supporting her, and it gets her out of the funk because she throws him off of him, and she's like, "What the fuck? Wait a minute, but you're an upperclassman. That's kind of fucking weird." He's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just trying to help you out. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go do this thing now. So,
and we had a peeper.
Yeah, and then of course,
we had a peeper.
Of course, fucking Himuro happens to walk up at the exact moment, and she fucking runs away because now she feels incredible, just like what I was wanting. She feels jealousy. Finally, we get this section of it. So she feels that. Judo Girl goes up on stage and she fucking kills it. She does a really good job. Woohoo. Fucking.
They just re-explained what they explained in the past episode.
Well, yeah, but it was fun. I like the little debate that she was doing back and forth with the people, and how they were trying to catch her slipping up, and she would catch herself back and stuff. It was cool. Anyways, so then we start going in. Because then Himuro and the main boy, they start up this fight. Because she's like, "What the fuck were you doing? What's up with that?" He tries to explain what he was doing, and then the Judo Girl shows up and she explains what's going on. But she's just in a fucking emotional frenzy because she's feeling the jealousy and she can't stop herself from saying shit that she shouldn't. So she starts throwing out some bad jabs, and then and granted, listen, we all know, because we've all done this at least once, guys are fucking stupid, and guys don't know what the fuck's going on sometimes, and he's just sitting there and he's like, "Well, I mean, strictly speaking, we're not dating, so what's the problem?" And then she just fucking whack, just smacks him across the face, fucking runs away. And it's one of those things, man, everybody's done it once. I've absolutely said some shit like that where I'm just not thinking straight, and I say something that I don't think really should mean anything bad, but in the context of how she's feeling, it ends up being bad. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I'm also confident. I don't think I've been in that exact situation.
Well, Joe, you're a fucking blooming sunflower in the sunshine, fucking little
thanks.
fucking. You're too soft. You're too soft, little soft boy. He really is. He really is. Joe's a fucking catch. He's a scientist. He's a musician. He really got it all going on.
All right, well, let's not sell me too
I like
hard.
comic books.
Hey, you know what? There's a market for that.
Episode 11. Let's go. We're in it.
Yeah. So now the fight's just going. Now it's we're in, and we're having more little blips of arguments where the other people are trying to figure out how to help, but they feel they just need to hash it out. So they're trying to kind of stay back, and the more that they talk, the fucking worse it's getting. Because he's trying to figure out why the fuck she's mad, and she asks him even, she's like, "Why do you think I'm mad?"
Oh,
which is always that's a scary question. That is.
Have you guys been on the receiving end of that?
Yes,
I have been. I have
been.
been.
On the receiving end of that this week.
That's a scenario I have been in. Oh my
I was
gosh.
on the receiving end of that this week.
That's what we call in the relationship world being in the doghouse. If you're in the doghouse, you're getting bit with that kind of question.
Bro, that's
you are.
Yeah.
There's just no
way out. There's no way out. You can't.
And we even had the character explain
You can't
that.
say something good. Yeah, they even explained it in the fucking episode where they're like, you can't say something good, you can't say something bad, and if you say nothing or I don't know, it's also really bad. There's no way out. There's no way out.
Oh man.
And what happens? She asks him, and he
goes
fucking
into some hyper specific thing.
This motherfucker pulls out the pie chart. He
Yeah,
pulls out the
it's a
pie
pie
chart,
chart.
and he's like, it's definitely 30% because I hugged Judo Girl. It's also another 30% because I said that we're strictly not dating, and I think it's 2% that I was making some period jokes. I think, and she's like, "What the fuck? No."
Oh, dude. She takes her bag and whips it across his head this time. Just bag slap to the face.
Jangle that brain.
Oh, Oh, he got a little messed up there for sure.
But I love that. So she goes into this. I forget exactly like what it is. She describes like she describes like there's like a scientific denominator for describing like the margin of error on some type of of some type of measurement, and she describes the margin of error as being like of his fucking pie chart of like being like widely out of fucking range, and they take the time to explain how that works just so you can understand how much of a fucking stab that was. And I was like, this is great. I love this. This is fucking ridiculous. Like
we're learning how to jab people with intelligence,
with intellect, with the mind, with the big brain.
Ooh. I did like seeing in this episode after that each of them have kind of like a support system with these like side characters.
It's true.
Yeah.
Where they both like the soccer dude kind of took him under his wing.
Yeah.
And it was I think the rest of the episode he was kind of just like mentoring him on like, here's what you need to do.
That was
even though this guy is like in love with a doll. I thought that was all very
when they go to their separate camps in their different rooms, and they literally both of these two main love interests are like giving presentations to their friends, being like, so what do you think I did wrong here?
Yeah.
And this Lieutenant Surge Jr. comes in and he's like, listen, if I said anything close to what you said to her, to like who I like,
to Aika, the fucking virtual girl,
go into like this, he'd be like, I would have gotten the bloodbath ending.
Yeah, he literally is saying that if he had said, something like that to Aika, his fucking tsundere goddess, that she would have gone full yandere on him and just like fucking psychopath murdered him, and that's awesome. That's so good.
Went to what's that show? I know
School
we've
Days.
Talked about it. Is that the one where they just
School Days
die?
School Days is the one where the main character is in a harem, and instead of every harem anime where like they're always like, oh, I'm not gonna choose any of the girls because I like them all equally. Instead, he's like, I'm gonna fuck them all, and then he just fucks them all, and then one of the girls is so fucking upset at all of his betrayal that she just fucking stabs him in the chest and kills him. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Great show. Anyway.
Yeah, that was my first thought when that little clip came up. I was like, oh dude, man,
for real. But yeah. So. But I agree, Ethan. It's because it's very realistic. It's like when you run into relationship problems, this is like the thing that you do. Like I do this all the fucking time. I mean, not for relationship reasons because I've been single for years, but you know, for other problems.
Catching your breath on that one.
Yeah, you know, I'm fine. I had fun watching romance anime, so you know. So the girl gets this whole idea together because she realizes that she's been acting a lot on emotion and she's been saying a lot of these things that are, you know, just putting him into bad situations where he'll never look good. And she feels bad about it. And she doesn't want him to start feeling like, you know, that she doesn't want that, like, she doesn't want to create a separation. So she's like, okay, I need to fix this. So I need to figure out how we could do that. And I forget who says it, but someone brings up to give him a gift. And so they go out and they're like looking around for a gift and they find like a really nice glasses case for him, and like you can get it etched with some type of like a name or like some kind of quote or whatever to make it like personalized. So they go and get that and they make a nice little package and whatever, but the package is kind of plain because they didn't have gift paper anywhere. So then the manga artist is like, hey, don't worry about it. Just let me take it for a second and I'll draw on it and I'll make it look like a present. So then she takes it, and then it's like, oh, thanks, you know, that's great. And she takes it, and she walks out the fucking door, and it's just like, you get that glasses flash and a grin, and it's just like a ting, and the fucking crow feathers. And she fucking takes them, so that we don't get to see exactly what happens, and then she hands it back.
The crow
and it's
feathers
like all
are my
drawn.
favorite because just
the crow feathers are great. The crow feathers are great. I just love the fact that it's literally like how I'm saying it. It's just like you just get like a sudden cut to a shot, and it just goes, and the fucking feathers just go out.
It's very so like good. Persona 5 almost.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, so then she hands her back the gift, and on top of that, she has written this like apology thesis as a way to fucking apologize to him. So she takes the whole thing and she meets up with him outside, and she hands him, and she's like, open it, and he takes it out, and I love how he literally like takes the case out, and it's still like all together, but it's all cracked up, and he pulls it, and then it just like dissolves in his hand. It's the most dramatic shit ever.
It's just so many pieces,
and she's distraught.
Were you guys anticipating this? Like when he pulled that out, were you like, oh shit, or you like?
I knew that the manga girl did something. I kind of was thinking she was probably gonna break it, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
I never thought it even crossed my mind that she would just smash it to.
I thought she was gonna like swap it with something.
I thought so too. I thought she was gonna swap it with either something like super sexual or like something like fucked up. Yeah,
I thought she was gonna put a condom in it. That was
something like that. Something like that. I thought they were gonna play it into a joke, and I'm really happy they didn't, because I think it was nice that during this section it got a little more serious. Like the jokes started to drop off a little bit, and it became a lot more about just being involved in the relationship, and that was more of the focus. So she's distraught because it's fucking shatters all over the place, and I love that from his perspective. He's probably just like, he just takes it out. He's like, what the fuck? And then he just like looks up, and she's like booking it down the other in the other direction. He's like,
I was hurting for her because she didn't say anything. She just drops to her knees immediately, and she starts picking up the pieces. She's like, oh my gosh, this wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, forget about this, please. And just takes what she could and just starts running. And I was like, oh my god.
I know, dude. It was like, I was like, you're like, oh man, it's tugging. It's the heartstrings are getting tugged.
And she's just like, why can't anything go right about this?
Right, can't anything go right for me? And like it goes into like her. And I was like, damn, dude. Okay, you're starting to get me a little bit. You're starting to get me. But she runs away and she leaves the thesis. So he grabs the thesis and he's looking at it and he's like, what the fuck? And he takes it with him into his fucking room, and basically, so she just keeps walking. She's in like a fucking fugue state, and she just walks so far to the fact that she literally goes so far that she has no idea where she is. Her fucking heel just breaks. Which,
dude, that sound. That was like she broke a leg when the heel broke in the sidewalk. I don't know what I was doing, but I snapped into place when that happened. I was like, what?
Shit was getting dramatic.
And then she just full on cartoonish like
that shit
flops into the ground.
I remember Yeah, when that happened, I definitely busted out laughing a little bit. Yeah. Cuz it was just like she was just walking, and it was like kind of somber, and then it suddenly was just like
it was so like it was so different. Like the sound was like an elbow snapping, but then the visual was like
the heel,
SpongeBob like face planting
facts
at chasing Sandy. Like
facts.
It was.
I didn't get that at all.
I didn't
see anything out of place. I was kind of like.
Do you have a picture? Yeah.
I got a picture. That's
a picture of her flopping her fucking face.
Mid-fall, right after the elbow.
I guess I've just gone downtown with Kat too many times where she's been.
Bruh.
Oh.
So
breaking a heel in real life, I'm sure, is not a good thing.
So she basically, she's just like on this fucking bridge. She doesn't know where she's at. So she just like sits down and she's just stuck in this fucking depressed place. And she's pissed at herself because she's acting on emotion. She's just trying to stay logical, but she hasn't been doing a good job. And all of this shit's not coming together for her. And she's so upset because she doesn't want him to hate her. Meanwhile, he's back, and he's like gone over the fucking thesis and whatever. We see a little bit of that, and we learn what he did later. But like, so he does that. And then finally, everyone takes a moment to go, hey, where is she? It's like the next day.
Well, it's like super late at night at this point.
Yeah, super late at night. Yeah, and they were just like, where is she? And it was like, she's not with you? Fuck. So then...
shoot.
So then, so he starts running after, and he realizes, because he like kind of figures out through the fact that the case broke, and they know that she tripped on like the final step of the stairs because fucking Soon Soon girl was sitting at the bottom on the couch, but then
soon, girl.
Listen, just go with it. So, but he also knows that the mangaka girl took it for a little while, and he knows that she's up to some shit. So he confronts her on it, and he's like, "You fucking broke it." And she's like, "How? Why would I ever do such a thing? How do you know that?" And he's like, "Well, you see," and he just goes into this whole fucking scientific explanation about like the density of the PCV case and like whether or not it would actually shatter at the fucking distance and blah 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 blah. And then my favorite part about that,
Holmes.
Facts, dude. But my favorite part about that part specifically was how she's like, "Well, fine, I did it, but like, how the fuck did you figure all that out? Like, how could you have guessed all of that? Like, you couldn't calculate all that just from like, hearing about it." And he's like, "I didn't know." He's just like, "I didn't know. Just a shot in the dark."
It was like
I made up half of it.
Basically bluffing.
And I was just like, "This motherfucker. I love him. I love this guy." So he basically he figures out that she did it, and she basically explains that she does it because she needs things to go to a super deep low so that the love can go extra high, and because she needs this drama so that she's got shit to write. And what a bitch. Anyways,
dude, I had this weird moment with this part because this is I felt like they tried to make this have like a super parallel with like action animes when the hero is meeting the villain, and then because she has this line that says, "I thought we were alike," and they have this sort of thing, and it was like, like it was some of my favorite action animes and those kind of stories. They have certain similarities between the hero and the villain, and have like this gray area of like who's actually in the right and who's doing the right thing and how similar they actually are, and they like tried to make that a thing here, and I was just like, I don't know if this show is remembering what kind of genre it's in right now. I don't know. I didn't like that part. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
I mean, like, I thought, considering that like you can't make the stakes too high, I felt like fucking fair enough, and it's a good instigating motivator to like push into this final scene, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't bug me too much. I mean, I guess I'm just used to that like semi-hokey stuff because there is quite a lot of that in a lot of anime. So I guess I've gotten to a point where I overlook some of that stuff because I just don't. It doesn't bug me. I don't know.
And this show does have a lot of on the nose things, so like maybe that was just super intentional, and they were trying to like cheese it up.
We gotta get to the kiss.
Oh,
you're holding me by the seat of my pants here, right over the ledge.
Oh my fucking!
I'm dangling.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm dangling.
He's hanging off the edge of that bridge that they were at. Anyway, so he runs after her because basically after he figured out all that shit, the manga girl's like, she's over in this area, so he goes over there and shows up as she's like at her like deepest low, where she's lost all hope, and he shows up, and I fucking love this. He shows up and he's like, "Bitch, what the fuck is this thesis?"
Yeah.
He's just like, that's what he opens
it's all
with.
red pen.
He's just he's got revisions on it and shit. He's like, look at all these fucking, you got all this shit misspelled, all this bad grammar. What's all this emotional shit? This has no basis in science. What the fuck is wrong with you? And like, I was like, bruh, I don't know if this is the way to open up on this, but it seems to be working, so I guess go off. So he goes through all that. He goes through all that and whatever, and then she's starting to fucking like fight back a little bit, blah 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 blah, and then he just like throws the bag on the floor earlier, and it had a bunch of equipment that fell out of it, and he's like, and then he goes, "Shh, 1, 2, 3," and you're like, wait, what the fuck are you doing right now? What the fuck are you doing right now? And then you start to notice, and then it starts going through all of the sections of the. It goes through all the sections of the mood index, where it's just like the decibels are just right. The light is at just the right level. There's no people around. They're looking at each other for 30 seconds. The mood level is at 100.
And it's like all these stats are coming onto screen, and they're like fading away into stardust every time they reveal stuff.
You're
it's
just like, oh shit, fam.
cheese. It's
Let's
like, oh
go.
my gosh.
Let's go. We got that perfect mood level. He's gonna do it.
That was a cheeseburger on nachos with like mac and cheese somewhere in there. It was.
Bro,
I
fucking
a lot.
loved it. I was like, yes. I was having
they
a
kissed.
great time.
We didn't even say
and then
it.
they fucking kissed. And then they fucking kissed, baby.
They touched lips. Woo!
They did it. Woo!
They swapped saliva.
They fucking
played tongue tonsil. They used the tongue torpedo.
I don't
Come on. Nobody?
But hey, you know what? Bazinga.
And then he carries her home piggyback, and they have a good time. And he falls, and she's like, "I'm not gonna get off you. I'm not gonna let go of you ever." And I was like, "Oh, that's a sweet one."
Yeah. So we finally get our big fucking moment. I really liked it. Obviously, it is very cheesy and hokey, but like it's nice, and it makes sense for their characters that it's like fucking awkward as shit, but in like a very like nice way. And
I was very happy with it.
I was very happy with it. Yeah, I was very happy with it. And then
Ethan,
and then that's basically it.
Yeah.
That feeling that you get when you finally get what you want the show to give you, that's what keeps people coming back to this genre.
I get it, but it took 12 episodes.
It's like a drug. It's like a drug.
I get it.
Well,
I get it.
I'm so sorry, Ethan, that we're not watching an American show where the fucking main characters are like straight, where they're like straight fucking in episode 2. Like shit, dog.
I'm not looking for hentai, but come on. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I'm at in my life as a human being.
Okay.
If I were 10 years younger.
He's talking shit.
No, let me just explain myself. I don't think I'm the demographic for this show.
Oh, he's talking.
I think
that
this is
shit.
for. Yo. Let me explain myself like a scientist would like me to do. I'm gonna show my evidence.
What's your theory?
I'm gonna spit my case here. Here's what I'm trying to say. I think this is for mega introverts. I think this is for people who have hard time talking to women. I think this.
Oh my god! My god!
This is who they're writing for. This is true. This is fact.
Holy shit!
It doesn't make it a bad genre. It doesn't mean it's a bad show. It just took 12 episodes to get there, and I don't think it was needed. I could have done this in 4. I would have loved it for 4 episodes.
Ethan.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
Let me do my rating, because it's time for ratings.
Ethan.
Here's my rating.
What the fuck?
The show is okay. The show is okay.
No. What the fuck?
The show was okay. It was okay.
You better give me a B-. You better.
This show got a B-. But hold on, because episode... No. You're getting too excited too fast.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, they brought the
Episode
P
9 happened, and they brought P back.
He's gonna
and
bring
that brings it down to a C+.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck this guy.
I didn't need it. I didn't need it. It was pervy. It was weird. I didn't need it.
The show
I
lost
told you what
on
would
a
happen. If they
technicality.
did it, it would lose points, and they did.
I'm
sorry if I offend anybody. I'm not saying it's a bad show. I really am not. I'm just not. I'm not who they're looking for.
That's fair. I think
Ethan. Now that Ethan has essentially said that Joe and I are fucking shitty.
Dude, that's not at all.
Girls,
because. That's not at all.
Now that that's what Ethan has said. Now that that's what Ethan has said. I guess we should give our ratings. I guess I'll give mine. Okay. Since I'm just so incredibly inept at speaking to women, and I'm such a fucking shut-in, I thoroughly enjoyed how these last 4 episodes went, and ultimately I think that this culminates into, for me, I I don't think I can shoot it into an A minus. I think it's still a B+.
I would uninstall.
Because an A minus would be like, I don't know. That's getting into a realm of like.
Yeah,
like I said in the last episode, where it would have to be like I would be talking about it more often, and I'd be bringing it up fairly often as like a memorable show that I really enjoy. And I think a B+ is a good spot for this because it's a show that I'm not gonna. It's not like forgettable. Like I'll definitely remember bits of it, but it's not gonna be a thing I'm gonna talk about a lot. But I still I think it was good. I thought it was really good, and I'm happy that it was one of these types of shows. And considering the genre that it's in, that it actually had like a finisher. Like they didn't cop out at the end. Because I've seen plenty of romance animes where they go for that final kiss in the last episode and then they cop out and throw a bunch of characters into the mix and just go, oops, didn't get the kiss, haha, credits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they at least committed to it. We got what we wanted. And then they still played into the fact that there is still more to do. There's still more to go for the manga and whatever. Or if they end up doing another season. But like... They gave us something to finish the fucking season on, and I respect that. So B+ all day, good B+.
I think I I'm like wrestling with myself right now.
Spit it out there, senpai. Christ.
Oh, jeez. Don't always senpai ever again in my life. Oh, jeez. I think I'm going to go with a solid B. No, gosh. I'm a solid B. I was about to go B-, but then I think it deserves a B because it's unique. Like everything that they do with playing into the science and stuff throughout the show, and everything they do with the little meta things here and there, and everything they do with just in the humor that's presented and stuff. I think it's unique enough to stand out, at least a little bit in my memory. Like I'm with you, Jacob. I don't think that's something that's gonna be like if somebody's trying to get into anime and they come to me for a recommendation.
Yeah, it's not gonna be something I'm gonna say to recommend to start. Absolutely not. But if people like that kind of genre, sure.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yes.
What kind of person would you recommend this anime to?
I feel like,
I mean, if people are into rom-com stuff, I mean, it fits into that category at the end of the day. Obviously, I think anime as a medium, I guess there's just cultural things that you have to get used to if you've never seen anything like it before. And even in this show, which really didn't have a lot of it, there's still obviously Ethan had the issue with like those little bits that can pop in sometimes where it's just like it's a joke or it's a thing that just doesn't really click with Western audiences in the same way. And that kind of stuff is a little tough. But if you look past that section of it, at the end of the day, if people are into rom-coms, it's a good show for that.
I think also, if you really do enjoy science and, learning about science in everyday life.
Absolutely.
There was some really cool stuff.
There was. Yeah. It was incredibly intelligent considering it's just like a goofy show.
I would even argue that they did, change my perception on, if someone were to ask me what is love as just, a vague question, this show might pop into my mind now.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Because they broke it down into so many sections, and it was very interesting. Gives you something to think about, for sure.
Yeah, that is something that the show did a good job of, for sure. Yeah. So, but I'm such a closeted weeb though. I think.
Not anymore, bro. You're on a fucking podcast on the internet.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, as far as Ethan's question of who would I recommend it to, I would wait for somebody to come to me and be like, hey, so I'm looking for this type of thing. What do you think? I would be like, okay, so here you go. Maybe check out this or this.
Sure.
It would have to be the person coming to me before I jump the gun and talk to anybody about stuff.
Oh my god.
Unless I see a dude
he's so
across
ashamed.
the street and he's got some Dragon Ball Z merch on, then I'm gonna be like, hey.
Yeah, and then you go say, hey, Dragon Ball Super, am I right? When's that coming back?
Android 17, eh?
Just
yes, freaking when is the next season coming? It's been a while.
We're gonna end this episode. All right, here's okay.
Here's
the thing. So there we go. That was Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. I think it was overall pretty damn good. We had a good time. It was a lot to talk about. Fun show, nice, lighthearted, good time. And now we're going to completely flip turn that and descend into the depths of horror anime and probably end up watching something that's going to make us all feel like shit. So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm mainly just very curious to see what we're going to bring to the table for the Chooserama for Kat, because I need to even look at what fucking horror anime we can watch. I don't even know. So
I'm sure there's some new stuff I don't know
Science Fell in Love.
I'm so excited.
I tried to prove it. There you go. All 12 episodes. All right.
Science fell in love. So I tried to
prove it. So
yeah, and we did, and we sure did.
We sure fucking proved it. So, check us out on YouTube at Devilfruit. Check us out on Twitter at Devilfruit Corp. CORP.
Join the Corps.
Join the Corps. And find us on our personal Instagrams if you're scientific enough. Pussy.
Oh no. See, then you shut them down.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a fucking challenge.
Because Jacob shot him down. Anyway, alright, okay.
Yeah.
We love y'all. Come watch some shows with us and listen to us talk about it. Tell us what you think.
You're not shut-ins. Don't listen to Ethan. Don't listen to Big Bad Daddy. He's just
Big
a mean
Bad Daddy.
Roll that one back, because that's not what I said.
We're gonna make him feel so bad about that.
We're signing off.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Love.